Bienvenidos otra vez aquí con nosotros en la conversación. Back to back episodes, that's right, muchachos y muchachas. Estamos aquí, como nos ven otra vez, nuestra propia ropa otra vez, ¿verdad?
Yeah, we're doing two.
2 on 2.
Why
back.
not?
Why not? Pues sí, hoy vamos a hablar de México, pero no nada más una parte de México. Vamos a hablar de Guanajuato. Guanajuato. Say it with me, guys. Guanajuato. ¿Por qué? Guanajuato. ¿Por qué, babe?
Porque de ahí soy.
De ahí es mi
Y de ahí
esposa.
vengo.
De ahí vengo. Hecha y derecha. ¿Así se dice? Es una canción. I know. I'll find it. Anyways, acabamos de ir a México. Mi esposa no ha ido desde hace 20 años.
20 años.
20 años que no ha visto a sus primos. I mean, obviously que ves a sus primos en pantalla en your
Well,
face.
now, yeah, because the
Right.
technology
And stuff.
you know,
But I'm saying like
part.
one-on-one stuff.
One, yeah. It's been 20 years.
20 años. Hoy le vamos a contar cómo fue esa experiencia, nuestra experiencia through TCA. I think TCA, I think it's called. You know, like the whole experience, basically. The whole experience. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Yeah. How nervous were you? How nervous?
Pretty nervous.
Really nervous.
That I think I was having like anxiety.
Yeah.
I don't know, probably like panic attacks. I don't know.
Jesus, you've been having some panic attacks that we will discuss that in another podcast.
I think that's what it's called. I feel like
A panic attack or an anxiety attack.
I don't know.
Well, like I said, we'll discuss what is going on with my wife and we'll see if we can solve the problem.
Yeah.
But today we're going to talk about Mexico, Guanajuato.
But yeah,
Guanajuato.
it all started one
Back.
day.
Back in July.
Yeah, like
Back
we
in
were
July.
what we were doing. Oh, we were outside.
Yeah. It was 4th of July.
Was it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was having some drinks and
I was a
then
little tipsy.
uh-huh.
Estaba echando unas chelas y estábamos hablando. Ella es mi esposa y mi suegra estaban hablando.
De que queríamos de que qué bonito fuera si fuéramos a México.
Sí.
Eh,
Y pues yo estaba escuchando, doing my own thing, you know. Ay, nomás ahí. Y y de repente se me ocurrió, dije, le voy a dar una sorpresa a mi esposa, se lo merece. And then I'm like, okay, let me see. And we got some money, we got some savings. And vi los tickets del avión, vi cuánto costaron.
no, pero primero me preguntaste
Te
que
estaba preguntando cosas.
ya me estaba preguntando que de dónde, que cuál era el aeropuerto de allá.
de Guanajuato.
Y ya le preguntamos a mi tía.
Era una
y ya.
cadenita de preguntas por allá.
Ya le preguntamos a mi tía, ya empezamos ahí a hacer nuestra investigación, en Google. Y pues ya de repente me dice, oh, mira, sí hay, así.
Yeah.
And then ya de repente que me dice, y que le digo, y que me dice,
¿Qué me dice? ¿Qué me digo? Get to the point, woman. Y que me dice, y luego que le digo.
No, ya me dijo que había agarrado los tickets.
Sí.
Que para, los septiembre.
Para septiembre.
Yeah.
Which
it was like Labor Day
weekend, so we went.
Mm-hmm.
Y sí, los agarré, los compré, y le dije, hey, ya tengo los tickets. Y dice, ¿qué estás hablando?
No la creía.
No se la creía, y le enseñé. Y dije, oh my God. Al momento como que todavía no se la creía, pero llegó septiembre. Llegando septiembre, ella pues ya le dijo a su trabajo que íbamos a salir, yo también. Y llegó el mero día. Y she had like a little anxiety attack.
Yeah,
I think inside she didn't really show it.
No, pero
Yo nunca vi nada. Tú estabas como normal. Sí, cuando nos fuimos del avión, en el avión estaba lleno de gente, pero no tanta que...
No, estaban los asientos llenos.
Estaba lleno,
Estaba
pero
lleno
no todos tenían sus máscaras.
Pues obviamente. Yeah.
It was clean. They gave us a little wipe. We cleaned our seats. Pero la cosa de que ahí nos tuvimos que esperar como 20 a media hora para volar. Y
Sí,
estamos
se
adentro del
atrasó
avión.
el vuelo
Se
también.
atrasó un poquito. Pero es porque están construyendo una autopista para los aviones que están ahí. Because we took United Airlines.
So tiene que
And
salir por
so
otra
yeah,
pista.
salió por otro lado. And I was like, what is going on? And I was like, okay, whatever. So it took us a while. Then, when it started to despegar, she hold on tight.
I was freaking out. No. I want to make like a parenthesis here. I was nervous due to the fact,
Clarification.
yeah, that we left the kids behind. So we left the kids here, and it was just me and him. And like obviously, I don't know if it's only me or if it happens to every I guess mom or parent who become, like
Yeah.
people that become parent. But for me, ever since I became a mom, I became like so paranoid about everything. Like if I'm gonna do something, I have to think about it 3 times.
Yeah.
Like I don't think about it just for me. Like I think about my kids too.
No, sí,
So
sí.
especially now that I have 3, I was just nervous.
Yeah.
Like I was just thinking
Those
like
were the kids.
I was just thinking the worst, but not for me, but for the kids.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but the kids were gonna be fine.
I know, but I'm saying like
they
me.
stay with their mom, and I mean.
No, yeah, no,
their
but I'm
mom
saying
was
like just
fine,
like the fact that that we're flying.
Oh yeah, but.
And like anything can happen.
Anything can happen. It's a freak accident if it did happen. But
No, yeah, but I was just thinking about the kids. Just thinking about it right now, it makes me want to cry.
oh my goodness.
That's what I'm telling
As a
you.
parent, yeah, I worry, but I mean, if we're gonna take a vacation and they're safe with somebody that we trust, yo pienso que pues está bien. No te tienes que preocupar.
I know, but I don't know.
But anyways, back to the flying.
Yeah, I was nervous.
She was nervous. We took off, and then we got there.
I couldn't look down. He's like, look down when
I
we
was
were like
looking down.
taking off.
I don't know. I was not nervous. I think inside I kind of was, but then I was like, I need to be.
He has to be a strong
I
one.
need to be strong for her, and I'm like, I can't be.
I knew
nervous
he
and-
was like nervous too, but
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna show it,
no, but you were showing it with your hands because
Well,
I was
honestly,
holding
my
you.
hands are usually sweaty, even when driving long distance or flying. Or anything
Pero
like
sí, like, es que lo piensa uno, especialmente porque pues los niños iban a quedar aquí.
that. Sí, pero
Y pues iba a ser, like,
todo
I know que
está
son
bien,
4
digamos
horas,
bien.
pero estás volando and like, no sabes lo que pueda pasar.
Sí.
Pero gracias a Dios, like, no, nada pasó.
Nada pasó y
Y
llegamos.
llegamos con bien, yes.
Sí,
Gracias a Dios.
estamos
yes.
bien.
Llegamos y tuvimos un problemita, ¿verdad?
Un problemita chiquito,
Es
no
que
pasa de nada.
Llevamos, obviously, we try to take cosas como para los familiares,
Sí.
like, it was, también era nuestra primera vez, like, no
Sí.
sabíamos.
Primera vez volando solos.
Yeah.
Last time it was either my dad or both of my parents would go with us.
But this time, nomás éramos nosotros. So, no sabíamos nada, especialmente yendo a ese aeropuerto, cada aeropuerto es diferente.
Sí.
Tienen sus propias reglas and stuff, y pues sí, so nos preguntan, obviously te preguntan que cuántos días vas a quedarte en México.
Sí.
Yo creo que ahí fue nuestro error,
Yeah.
que hubiéramos puesto
Como una semana.
unas 2-3 semanas,
Sí.
para que nos hubieran,
La cosa que tenemos una maleta que estaba llena de ropa. Y pues nos preguntaron.
obviamente es cosa de nosotros, cosas.
Sí, pero it was like the kids' clothing and her clothes and my clothes, but that we were giving away, and somehow they told us que pues eso no se puede hacer ya, and I was like, okay.
No puede uno llevar
Para-
o vender,
o vender para
o regalar para otra, o
otras
traer
personas.
regalos para otras personas. It
And
has
that's
to
kind of
be-
weird, you know.
Yeah, tiene que
But-
ser nomás de uso personal, like personal use.
Pero te digo, les decimos, a lo mejor es porque pusimos nomás 3 días y no nos hubieran
Maybe.
hecho nada.
Ajá.
You know? Anyways,
Eso fue lo
so lo que
único.
pasó es de que nos multaron of 1,100 pesos.
1,100 pesos.
Y pues llegaron sus tíos, fui con sus tíos y nos dieron el dinero que ahorita ahí no tenían efectivo, pero era americano, tenía que cambiarlo, pero preguntamos a sus tíos y afortunadamente pues ellos nos prestaron y pagué esa multa. Y luego de ahí pues, it was another interesting story. Mis papás siempre me dicen, hey, cuida tus maletas, no dejas que nadie la agarre y
Tenle el
que
tag.
cuidado. Take out the tags from the bags. And I was like, yeah, whatever.
We didn't listen?
We
Did we listen?
So I was
We
struggling
didn't.
with this bag, right? Son unos muchachos del otro lado, me vieron. One of the guys tried to yank the bag, and I was like, he's like, hey, le ayudo. And a little aggressive, a little bit. And I was like, oh, no, I got it, en español. Y lo tengo, yo no te preocupes, yo lo agarro. Está bien, está pesado, yo se lo ayudo. And I was like, no, yo lo agarro. And we were like a little tug of war, a little bit.
And then I'm like, no, está bien, nosotros podemos.
Sí.
But I was just like thinking that
Pero estaba yo hasta atrás y él estaba hasta adelante con sus tíos.
No, pues cuando miré que ese te acercó, yo me quedé atrás. me quedé contigo.
Sí.
And, pero estaba yo pensando ya lo peor. I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna take out a knife, van a sacar un cuchillo. Le van a quitar, le van a quitar. I don't know, I was just thinking the worst. Estaba pensando lo peor.
Sí, pero
anyways, no pasó nada.
No pasó nada, yo la jalé, dijo y se fue. Yeah, it was all good.
And then another guy
did the same
older.
thing. Yeah, like I think he was like
in his
older,
40s.
40s, 50s maybe.
Mid-50s.
He was just like, hey, para un taco, yo te ayudo. And like, no, I'm good. You just never know. You just can't trust people a lot.
Yeah, because I was thinking, I'm like, maybe we can give him money, but then I'm like,
we can, but
I know, but then I thought about it. I'm like, you cannot just take out your wallet and just be like, here, boom, then.
Yeah.
Because nunca sabes, like, si te van a quitar todo, or, and then ya cuando ya llegaron por nosotros and stuff, ya nos subimos al carro.
Sí.
Pero, like, todo el camino yendo a nuestro pueblo, I was just pensando lo peor. I'm like, ¿qué tal si esos muchachos? Porque esos muchachos...
Siempre pensando lo peor.
No, like, es que tienes que pensar los escenarios, like, those scenarios, Because cuando esos guys ya, like, se fueron, like, they just left, and I was like, oh my God, they're gonna get in the car, and then they're gonna follow us, and, I was just thinking the worst, like, me being me, like, thinking, like, like, the worst that can happen.
The worst that can happen.
Yeah, and I was just like looking back, and I'm like, oh, ojalá que no se vengan esos guys atrás de, because it has happened.
It has happened, yeah.
It has happened, en donde, like, nomás te están espiando, like, en el quién llega o quién se sale de allí de los airports,
tiene su propio crew, and, se hablan ellos solos.
Yeah, so.
Y puede pasar lo malo pues para una persona, ¿me entiendes? Si no estás esperando eso, todo estás pensando que todo va a ser bien, pero pues te pasa, and knock on wood that didn't happen to us.
Yeah, thank God.
But anyways,
pero nomás eso fue lo único.
Lo único que pasó.
Que pasó, like,
pero todo bien, el aeropuerto estaba bien chido. It's small, comfortable. If you're thinking of going to Guanajuato, we went to León, Guanajuato, el aeropuerto de ahí está bien. Even cuando regresamos, estuvo bien, todo bien.
The check-in part.
Check-in part, todo bien. Pero sí, entonces llegamos ahí, nos juntamos toda la familia.
Tenía 20 años.
Yo pienso que todavía no te la crees que fuimos.
No, like, llegué, like, I literally got there. Pues obviously miré a mi tío y mi tía, right, que nos van a recoger.
Yeah.
Pero, like, como que I was still, like, in shock. I was, like...
¿Cómo te la creías?
No me la creía. And even though que miré a todos, like, I don't know, hasta ahorita como que...
¿No te la crees?
No me la creo. I don't know.
No, yo te dije cuando
And
yo
then
fui,
I feel como que se fueron los...
quick.
I mean, obviously we went for, like, a little, like, we didn't go for, like, a week.
Sí.
Obviously, we only went for a couple days. But... it went by so fast. At the same time, it went fast. At the same time, it went slow.
Yeah.
But because the same thing, I go back to, having the kids here. And I was just, I just wanted to come back with the kids.
Yeah.
And worried. Stuff, I was just worried, me being a mom. Yeah. Pero I did enjoy it, and I love the fact that we all got together, que todos nos juntamos.
Yeah, like everybody has their own problems. Every family has their own problems, but at this point, like everybody got together.
We all got together, like, yeah.
Nos
miramos los sobrinos.
So, yeah. Nosotros le digo a ella que me sentí como raro because
No, al raro, pero a la vez
Raro,
bonito.
like a good raro. You know what I'm saying? Like a good thing, like a...
Como que...
Raro, a good thing. I don't know how to explain it, but
No, te
let me explain
sentiste...
it. Let me explain it why me sentí raro. And I'm saying, like, because a lot of, like, nuestros sobrinos, pues nos están diciendo tíos, you know, like tía, tío. And I'm like, whoa, like, this does not happen
Over here.
Over here, where we live.
Well, maybe because they're little.
Oh, yeah,
Los
but
sobrinos están chiquitos.
también aquí, pues, no tenemos tanto. Nomás tenemos a una. Y las otras, pues, son primos de primas, you know.
Pues viene siendo lo mismo.
Pues sí, pero pues we don't see each other, you know, like I don't see a lot of my little
nieces and
nephews that we have here, you know, and they don't call me tío or uncle or aunt, or I don't see that happening.
I know, aquí se va más por el nombre.
Yeah.
Por el nombre, you know. Y allá en México no, allá todos tía, tío, like.
Yeah. Les digo, es a good raro, es because
te gustó?
Me gustó because it was weird, but it was a good weird. Okay, like I'm not saying like, oh my god, why are they calling me that? I'm just saying like it was just abnormal that I haven't heard those words from other people.
¿Sentiste bonito?
Sí, sentí bonito.
Que te dijeran tío.
Tío, tía.
Yeah.
Toda la familia ya estuvo bien bonita. Sus convivencias, like the food was great. We did
las
chicken.
Tortillas.
Las tortillas were big, man.
Y hechas a mano.
Hechas a mano, yeah. Al primer día que llegamos, comimos un caldo de res.
Con arroz.
Thanks to the...
mi tía Lucía.
Por la tía Lucía, thank you.
Oh, mi tía, y también mi tía Gela, mi tío Toño.
Tía tío Toño, tía Lucía.
Mi abuelita.
The grandma she's something else. She's about 80, 90?
84.
84, between 80 and 90. She can still hang. Nos echamos una caguama.
Tú, mi abuelita se echaba una caguama.
Ella y yo nos echamos una caguama, no la acabamos. It was pretty interesting when we did that. It's pretty good. I'm going to be posting videos on Jesse World, so don't miss those videos. Our trip to Guanajuato, cuando fuimos allá. So voy a poner esos videos ahí. Pero sí, yo me divertí, tú te divertiste, yo pienso. Más que fue muy rápido. Fue muy rápido. Para la próxima yo pienso que
nos faltó hacer algunas cosas, pero...
Sí.
Para la otra ya nos llevamos a los niños.
Exactamente.
Pero me la pasé bien y...
Sí. Y si ustedes están escuchando, los tíos de María, and I consider you guys
familia.
Como mis tíos también, de familia, ya somos familia. Y ustedes ya me conocen. Si ustedes están escuchando, muchísimas gracias. Que me ofrecieron sus casas, que comimos ahí, que nos ayudaron.
Bien.
Nos atendieron bien. Todas sus familias están maravillosas, no les falta nada, even though que
están
en México y trabajan duro, sus hijos trabajan duro por ser algo. I mean it's pretty amazing que hicieron eso por nosotros, nos ayudaron.
Sí, se pasó muy rápido, pero
pues sí, para la otra pues vamos a ir más tiempo
y con los niños así también para que conozcan.
Ahora sí los niños van a ir.
Yeah, para que conozcan.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. But guys, that was the story of how we went over there.
Luego la way back.
Oh, Jesus. Our way back.
Oh, my God.
So, les digo que el aeropuerto está bien. Nomás que cuando pasó es de que nosotros fuimos al...
We were already
checking in, basically. They called my name. It was like me and two other people.
Yeah.
Y luego que nos están revisando, ella se mete... because she was group 3, so she goes in and I give her the bag. I give her the bag because I was like, hey, take this because I think they're gonna check it. We didn't, take anything bad or anything like that. But I'm saying like they were gonna take everything out and put everything.
Plus, you already had your own carry-on.
Yeah, and I had my own carry-on. So they did that, and then everybody was sent. There was nobody behind me. Like literally, I wish I could take video of that. There was nobody behind me, and she was worrying about que me iban a dejar.
I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna go home by myself. I'm like, what about if I faint? I literally felt like I was about to pass out. That's how.
You want to pass out for everything.
No, but literally, I was getting otra vez.
I think we were talking. We were like, hey, I'm still here. Don't worry.
No, then you stop.
Well, I think it's because ya me estaban checando.
Ay, pues tardaste un chingo.
Pues a ver, ellos.
And then I'm like, one of the people that are letting you in allá, like, to the inside the plane.
Yeah.
He came into the plane, and then, like, I asked him, I'm like, is the plane leaving right now? He's like, oh no, there's still 3 passengers
Need to be
waiting, that we're still waiting on, and which it was him and 2 other people.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh my God. And then I saw one of the persons came in, and then one of the ladies, and I'm like, where are you? Attendant, they were closing the cabins.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh my God, I'm like, we're leaving, they're closing the gate, I'm not gonna be able to, like, get off the plane anymore, or like him come in.
Me van a dejar ahí.
And then I'm like, what am I gonna do? I'm like, what about if I pass out? Like,
Y nadie me va a ayudar.
And nadie me va a ayudar. I don't know, we're just thinking, again, the worst,
Out of nowhere, I come in like a hero, superhero.
Yeah, but then he came in, and then I'm like, okay. So then, I, like, it was such a relief,
Yeah.
And I feel like...
you do love me.
Well, no, we're just scared of the plane. Obviously. Of course. But yeah, like, I feel like the way over there, it was obviously, like, nerve-wracking. I was nervous.
Yeah.
But the way back over here, it was a little bit more, except for the little part where they detained him. Well, I mean, he had to go through a search. ¿Cómo se llama?
Yeah, like a search, I guess. Like a...
¿Cómo se dice? Yeah, tuvieron que chequear, It's like
over there in Mexico, right? Yeah. Yeah, just a little search.
Just a little, yeah, that was the only thing. But then after that, I feel like I was more relieved.
Yeah.
Because I knew I was,
like I was fine and everything.
Yeah, you were fine. Plus, we were coming home with the kids,
Yeah. Another thing, when we got to O'Hare, that was another problem.
Oh, yeah, but I was like, I'm like, okay, I'm already here.
Oh, okay.
I'm just like...
You want to talk about it then?
No, yeah, well, I mean, obviously, since you're, here, like, if you're, like, a U.S. citizen, obviously, you just go through, but if you're, like, a resident, or like
the residents, if you don't have a problem with your papers, like, most residents just pass, Pero esta vez, como que cuando llenamos un papel, y es un papel azul que llenamos en el avión.
You were supposed to have that one.
I was supposed to carry that one.
But I took it.
But then she took it, and then she went in first.
So they told me that I needed to go to...
Entonces, como que su nombre y el nombre que tenía ese papel didn't match. So
didn't match.
Por eso se la llevaron.
Yeah.
Y it took, for her, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe?
Around there.
Para que ella saliera. And I was like, hey, what happened? She was like...
Yeah, because, like, they told me, like, oh, you're going to have to go to... Border Patrol, immigration.
Yeah.
Border Patrol, something like that. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh yeah. I mean, obviously, like, your parents had told me that because I'm a resident. I mean, they go through the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Resident and U.S. citizen, they go through they separate them, basically.
Yeah.
Because obviously they want to know, like,
if that's
check your papers and stuff like that,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I wasn't...
Too worried?
No, I wasn't worried at all because I'm like... Well, I have nothing. Like, everything is, right.
Yeah.
So, and then, so I waited there. So I go into this room, and then the officer, he was like, oh, just take a seat. I'm like, where am I supposed to take a seat? If there were, like, literally, like, 11 benches.
Yeah.
And all those 11 benches, they were all full.
Damn.
I'm like, where the hell am I supposed to, like, sit down? So I went, like, all the way in, and I was standing by a wall.
Yeah.
And then there were, like, a bunch of people, like, they were Hispanics, they were Turkish, morenitos, like, obviously, like, foreign.
Yeah, from foreign countries and
countries,
stuff.
And, also getting, like, waiting for their passports, because they were obviously, like, making sure that everything was fine, And then I saw, like, some people were getting interviewed. But I was like, no, I'm like, my papers are fine. Like,
they should be good.
Like, they should be good and stuff. So then, like, I think, like, 45 minutes passed. And then, and they were like, oh, they called my name. And then I'm like, okay. And they're like, oh, you're good to go. So then they just gave it to me. And then they're like, yeah, you're free to go. But then another officer, before you get out of that room, there was another officer. And he was like, let me see your passport.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave him everything with the papers and everything. And then he's like, Jesse? I'm like, no. I'm like, that's my husband. He's like, then who are you? I'm like, I'm Maria.
Who are you?
And then he's like, then why do you have this paper? I'm like, well, because of the airplane, they gave us one per household.
Yeah.
And he's a head of household. I'm like, he's my husband, so,
Yeah.
And then he's like, then how come he says right here one? I'm like, because he filled it out.
Yeah.
And he's coming with me. Obviously, he put me.
One, yeah.
And he was like, oh, he's like, oh, aduana. That's what he called it, aduana. He's like, aduana, he did it wrong. He's like, so you're good. He's like, I don't even know why you're here. He's like, your husband should have another one.
Yeah, and I did had another one. And I think that was supposed to be for you.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So then, I was like, oh,
moral of the story, if you are married to a resident, definitely go first so they don't get confused like that, I guess. Yeah. I don't know if that's a moral of the story.
It's just like the thing, like, I had everything, like, I was carrying all the papers, and I just gave him his, I gave you your thing, but then we told the officer that we were together, and he was like, oh yeah, come,
Yeah, and I was like, why didn't he didn't even check my visa to double check that was my name on that card, because if he would have checked that, he would have kind of like disregard what he did,
Yeah. Because even the other officer said, he's like, oh, the other officer, the aduana, like the ones that's checking everything, he's like, he filled it out wrong. Yeah, because, like, I'm telling you, he didn't even check my visa. Like, if he would have checked it and opened it up, it was going to say my name. Your passport, basically. My name, exactly, my name. And then it would have been, like, it would match what the little blue thing is. Yeah, because they didn't even check, like, las maletas, like, nothing. Yeah, we were good on that one. We were good. We left so many things over there, like, we brought a lot of food. Yeah, we brought a lot of food. But we still left some in there because we didn't know. Because, like, I heard, stories where, like, oh, you cannot bring this certain thing or whatever, but we just found out that you cannot bring it in up in the, like, with you in the cabin. In the cabin, inside the cabin. Everything has to be under, except for, like, I wish we'd have known that, and then todo pasaría. But we did let, like, friends of my mom, send some stuff for my mom. Yeah. And stuff, but we only brought one, and we were about to throw it out, remember? Yeah. But you couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. I was like, whatever. So if they do something that is like, whatever, we were like, we just throw it out. We didn't know it was our first time. Yeah, but no, it went through fine, and if I knew, we would have brought everything. We would have brought all of them. Yeah. We brought tamales, chicharrones. Yeah. Cajeta. La cajeta was one thing that they told me that we couldn't bring it. Yeah. That it wasn't allowed, but then I found out that you could, but it has to be on the bottom. On the bottom. Yeah. Not with you in the airplane. So I was like, who would have known? Yeah. But I'm like, now we know next time, and But yeah, everything overall it went good. It was good. I had fun. Yeah. Same. And good thing we have you took video. I took a lot of video. Like I said, it wasn't like a stressful trip, vacation, nothing like that. No. I had fun. She saw me that I was having fun. Like, I wasn't like being my old self, because she knows who I am. And I wasn't being like that person. You were gonna be like in a bad mood. Nah, man. And stuff, and I was like, oh my god, that person's gone. Don't worry about that. But anyways, guys, like I said, there's gonna be videos in Jesse World. Check those out. Check it out. And for go comment, share, and subscribe, guys. Definitely do. And obviously subscribe to this channel. Si son nuevos aquí, por favor, suscríbanse y denle manita para arriba, un thumbs up. O déjenos saber qué es lo que quieren que hablemos. Sí, que hablemos. También han visitado Guanajuato. ¿Qué otro país quieren que vayamos? Si es que podemos ir. De que se puede. Se puede, pero dijimos, pues, el dinero, right? She wants to go to Disney World now. So we'll see about that one. We'll see how that works out. Anyways, guys, we will see you guys next time here en La Conversación. La Conversation con Jesse y María. Muchísimas gracias, guys. Nos vemos para la próxima. Adiós. Bye.